Today we're diving into one of the most incredible stories in NFL history, a moment that could have forever changed Tom Brady's career and the legacy of the New England Patriots. In 2008, the quarterback who would go on to become a legend faced his greatest adversity yet, a devastating knee injury that not only jeopardized his season but also placed his entire future in football at risk. I'm going to take you through every detail of this dramatic event, from the sky-high expectations for that season, to the emotional impact on fans and the team, through Brady's impressive recovery, and how it shaped his winning mentality. The 2007 season had been nothing short of perfect for Tom Brady and the Patriots. The team finished undefeated with a historic 16-0 record in the regular season, something unprecedented in the NFL at the time. Brady was at the peak of his game, throwing for 50 touchdowns and earning the league MVP award. His connection with Randy Moss was magical, shattering records and dominating defenses with surgical precision. Patriots fans were ecstatic, and confidence was so high that many considered the team unbeatable. The heartbreaking loss to the New York Giants in Super Bowl 42 stung, of course, but it only fueled the hunger for revenge in 2008. Expectations were enormous. With nearly the same roster intact and an off-season focused on fine-tuning, everything pointed to another championship run. But fate had other plans. In the first game of the 2008 season against the Kansas City Chiefs, something happened that no one saw coming. The game started normally with Brady leading the offense as he always did. However, in the second quarter, during what seemed like a routine play, linebacker Bernard Pollard delivered a brutal tackle on Brady. The impact was violent, and Brady fell to the ground clutching his left knee. The entire stadium fell silent. For the fans present, that moment felt like an eternity. Some began to scream, others covered their faces in disbelief, while medical staff rushed onto the field to assist the fallen quarterback. It was clear that something very serious had just occurred. The footage showed Brady visibly shaken, unable to put weight on his knee. He was helped off the field and taken to the locker room, where medical reports soon confirmed the worst. Brady had torn both his anterior cruciate ligament, ACL, and meniscus. For any football player, this combination of injuries is devastating. But for a quarterback, especially one as reliant on mobility and precision as Brady, it seemed like the end of the road. At that moment, many experts began questioning whether Brady could return to his previous level or if this would be the last time we'd see him on the field. The news hit like a bombshell, not just in the Patriots world but across the entire NFL. Fans were in shock. Social media was flooded with messages of concern and sadness. What now? Fans wondered. How will we survive without our leader? For the players, the feeling was even worse. Many had built their careers alongside Brady, and the idea of continuing without him felt impossible. During the post-game press conference, Bill Belichick, known for his stoic demeanor, appeared visibly shaken. He spoke about Brady's importance to the team and promised that the Patriots would do everything possible to bounce back, but it was impossible to hide the gravity of the situation. Meanwhile, inside the locker room, Matt Cassel, Brady's backup, felt the weight of the world on his shoulders. Until then, Cassel was little more than an unknown name, having spent most of his career as a reserve. Now he was the man responsible for keeping the Patriots' hopes alive. For many fans, this transition was terrifying. How could someone with so little experience replace a player of Brady's caliber? Doubts were inevitable, and a wave of pessimism swept over the team. But Brady wasn't the type of person to accept the role of victim easily. From the start, he decided to approach his recovery as another battle to be won. Behind the scenes, he worked tirelessly with physical therapists and specialists, following a rigorous rehabilitation program. Every day was a step toward his return, and Brady dedicated himself with almost obsessive determination. He watched games from the sidelines, studied opponents, and even offered advice to Cassel whenever possible. Despite being off the field, Brady remained a constant presence in the locker room, helping to keep morale high. Meanwhile, the team tried to move forward. Under Cassel's leadership, the Patriots began showing signs of life. Though the start was rocky with some tough losses, the team gradually found its rhythm. Cassel proved more resilient than many expected, leading key victories and keeping the team competitive. Of course, it wasn't the same without Brady, but the Patriots demonstrated impressive collective strength. Players like Wes Welker, Randy Moss, and Kevin Falk elevated their performances, compensating for the absence of their leader. Fans, initially skeptical, began embracing this new reality, cheering with even more passion as the team fought to overcome the obstacle. As the season progressed, the narrative began to shift. While Cassel and the team battled bravely on the field, Brady continued his recovery journey behind the scenes. He occasionally appeared in interviews, always with a smile and words of encouragement for his teammates. For the fans, these appearances were a reminder that, though the present was difficult, the future still held hope. Brady never showed doubt about his return. He knew his time would come again, and this certainty inspired everyone around him. The 2008 season ended with the Patriots missing the playoffs, an unusual outcome for a team accustomed to competing for titles. However, the way they handled adversity was admirable. Castle proved capable of leading the team in critical moments, and the team's spirit remained strong. For Brady, the period served as a valuable lesson in resilience and patience. He learned to appreciate every opportunity on the field even more and understood that sometimes the greatest victories aren't measured by scores but by the ability to overcome challenges. When the 2009 season began, Brady was back. His first official game after the injury was against the Buffalo Bills, and he didn't disappoint. He threw for 3 touchdowns and led the team to a convincing victory. For the fans, it was a moment of pure catharsis. Seeing Brady back on the field, commanding the offense with the same precision as before, was proof that he had conquered yet another battle. The 2008 injury could have ended his career, but instead, it became a pivotal chapter in his journey. It shaped his mindset, strengthened his determination, and showed the world that he was much more than just a talented player. He was a true warrior. This story of resilience continues to inspire people to this day. For Patriots fans, it represents an example of how unity and perseverance can overcome any obstacle. For sports enthusiasts, it's a reminder that in the world of football, where injuries are a constant, mental strength can make all the difference. And for Tom Brady, this experience was a turning point that prepared him for future challenges, including the 7 Super Bowl titles he would go on to win throughout his career.